Hey everyone, my name is Irish94. Welcome back to another episode of WWE 2K22 on MyGM mode. As you can see, coming into this episode, Sonya Deville on SmackDown has more fans than Stephanie McMahon does on Monday Night Raw, and we are about, 25,000 fans-ish ahead of Monday Night Raw. So I was watching an episode of Up, Down, Down, and Austin Creed and Prince Pretty were playing MyGM mode, but when they booted into it, they had a fourth match slot. So they had an opener, 2 mid-cards, and a main event. What that means then is that our save slot is using the old GM mode kind of mechanics and functionality. And so I thought that I was doing this mode a disservice by not playing that updated, more revitalized kind of mode. So what we're going to do, we're going to wipe the slate clean and do a soft reboot of the series. We're still going to go with a women's only brand, so we can only pick Stephanie or Sonya unless we make our own GM. But we are going to start again on this mode, and I think maybe I might switch things up ever so slightly. So what we're going to do, we are going to be Sonya Deville once again. As Sonya Deville, we can raise the entire roster's morale by plus 15. We're going to accept that. Now, we were SmackDown on our last kind of initial run through, and for SmackDown, you can assign 6 random superstars. Well, you don't assign, but 6 random superstars get a popularity increase of plus 6. There was also Monday Night Raw, where 3 randomly selected superstars on the opposing brand cannot be booked in matches next week, but it cannot be used the week before a pay-per-view. There's also NXT, and NXT has Fighting Champion, which means title matches booked for this week will receive a large match rating boost. There's also NXT UK. NXT UK's International Takeover, which is your network deal, is tripled if you gain fans this week. Otherwise, it will be doubled. So I think on this occasion, we're going to flip it. I'm going to have Sonya Deville on Raw this time, and we're going to have Stephanie McMahon on SmackDown. Kind of going back to the early 2000s when Stephanie McMahon was the GM for SmackDown. We're going to go with normal difficulty, and we're going to go to... let's do 15 weeks this time. So we're going to now pick our roster. I did say at the beginning of the last attempt that we weren't going to pick Becky and we're not going to pick Charlotte, and that is still going to be the case. I would rather them come into the fold as a later stage in the mode to kind of boost ratings. So for now, we're going to start the draft and get our roster underway. I think as well there might be some newer or some different superstars to draft. So I'll just move my camera up slightly so you can see all of the rules. So each GM will start with a budget of 2.75 million. GMs will take turns drafting one after the other, starting with player 1. There'll be 8 rounds of drafting. After the 8th round, drafting becomes optional. GMs can press the right analog stick button to get recommendations on who to draft. You can also press the X button to get more information about a superstar.
Monday Night Raw ready to make their first pick.
So because we are Monday Night Raw, we get the first pick. We get recommendations down there. So we're not picking out Becky. We're not picking out Charlotte. So who shall we sign on first? I kind of also want to see, do they have at this stage...
Raw's GM knows this is the most important pick of the night, playing the waiting game.
Cool. We are going to sign then Alexa Bliss as our first pick.
Alexa is moving her playground.
SmackDown picks Becky Lynch. Okay. So I think what we'll also do, I'm going to draft Sasha Banks next. Okay, they pick Brock. Okay, fine. So now what we need is a counter, or at least maybe we do Giants next because we've got 2 cruisers, so we need to match them with Giants. do they have a bad guy giant? They do in Tamina. So that's an option. We're going to pick Raquel Gonzalez. Yep. That's a good pick. That is a good pick. Okay. Where to next? I think maybe we go with Nia Jax. I mean, we might do like a role reversal on her. Also Tamina. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Nia Jax on this. Oh, but there's Liv.
Not become the mainstay it has by making rash picks. They are taking every second allotted.
Kind of want Liv. But then I've got a lot of good guys already, and I've got a lot of cruisers. But sod it, we're going to have Liv Morgan. I want Liv Morgan on the brand.
She's got a ton of potential and is aiming to impress.
Okay, I think we're going to need to sign Nia next. To give us some options with the cruisers in their matchups. For sure. Right, I think now what we need... It would be good to have a specialist or two. Just to make sure that we've got... you know, options there. I'm going to sign Natalia as my specialist. They got Bailey. Okay. Okay, that's fine, I think. Kaylee Ray would be a great option as well, actually. Could turn her heel, possibly. Is Nikki ASH. Lacey Evans as well. So we've got a specialist, 3 cruisers, and a couple of giants. I'm gonna go Lacey Evans. Gonna go Lacey Evans.
She's just found the golden ticket. Now, can she cash it?
So I think then for a bruiser we'll have Mandy Rose. Yep, that's solid.
A woman with an attitude. She's looking for a fight here.
I think I'm gonna sign Bianca Belair as well. Yep. They've got MyGM. Okay. We could sign Reckoning, who is also MyGM. Right, where are we at now then? I think we could probably do with another fighter. I'm going to sign Kaylee Ray. 100%. That's such a good decision, I think.
I know she's focused on making her name here.
As Tegan Knox. That would be a good option for us, possibly. It might be good to have a secondary specialist. That's where Indy Hartwell comes in. Yeah, let's have Indy Hartwell. Okay.
A new brand might be just what she needs.
So then, we've got 6 good guys, 5 bad guys, 2 specialists, 2 fighters, 2 bruisers, 3 cruisers, and 2 giants. We could even it out to be 12. Oh, there's Rhea Ripley as well.
General manager a bit pensive with this pick.
I feel like they're a lot more vocal on this time round. There's also Billie Kay. And if I could get Peyton Royce, I don't think I can sign Peyton on this occasion. Let's sign Billie, sure. Absolutely. That would work wonders for us. We also have a big amount of budget as well. These are all really good superstars, but we have a lot more budget compared to SmackDown does, so that is interesting. I think then, is there anyone else that I think would work well? See, Asuka's got most amount of popularity.
Raw's GM has a bit of time on the clock, and they plan on using every second.
But it's also a big amount of our budget. But popularity is good, and I think looking at what we have now, we have quite a few people who are not as popular. We can obviously build them up, and I intend to build them up completely. I think then what we'll do...
Entire WWE universe on pins and needles. Raw taking their time with this next pick.
I think we're going to sign Toni Storm.
Toni Storm.
Yep, I'm going to sign her.
Now runs on Toni time. Oh, I like her on this show. Already some great opponents lined up.
And then I think I'm going to also sign... I kind of want to sign another bruiser. So I kind of want to sign Shayna Baszler. Yeah. Oh, it's Rhea though. We're going to sign Rhea. We're going to sign Rhea. And then that will be me stopping because I don't have a lot of money. Yeah, we're going to stop there. We have 8 good guys, 6 bad guys, but we're going to turn 1 or 2 of them heel to kind of even it out. So, we've got a pretty damn good roster, I think, on this one. We've got Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, Kaylee Ray, Liv Morgan, Lacey Evans, Natalya, Mandy Rose, Raquel Gonzalez, Toni Storm, Billie Kay, Indy Hartwell, and that rounds out our roster. We're going to end the draft there. So here we go then. The soft reboot has been completed. Sonya Deville on Monday Night Raw versus Stephanie McMahon on Friday Night SmackDown. And this is going to be interesting, I think, to see what to kind of take into account what we've learned. Are we going to have a better start than we did before? Who knows? They haven't got any money. I was going to say, if they were going to just someone else, I was like, they literally don't have any money whatsoever. So this is again confirmation. So SmackDown have signed Brock, Becky, Finn, Bayley, Keith Lee, Cedric Alexander, Tucker, Fandango, Mia Yim, Timothy Thatcher, Dexter Lumis, Danny Burch, Dana Brooke, and Jinder Mahal. So we're going to see, can a all-women's division and all-women's roster take on SmackDown? Tonight's the night, the debut show. We have high hopes for you. I was born for this. Good, I'm expecting big things of Raw this season. Make it an amazing show. So now we can pick our Raw Women's Champion. We can kind of go it based off popularity, or we can go with someone who we are looking to build around. So we actually have the top 5 superstars in popularity are kind of separated by 1 point. So we have Sasha, Bianca, Rhea, Nia Jax, and Alexa Bliss. So I think one of these top 5 will be good to kind of have around. It also is interesting that they are all babyface as well. The most popular ones are all babyface on this occasion. So who do I want as my fighting champion? I think we're going to build Raw around Alexa Bliss. So Alexa Bliss is going to be the Raw Women's Champion. Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah. So I can... Oh, can I actually see... Interesting. The champion gets plus 10 on popularity. Ooh, okay. Actually then, wait. Yeah, do you know what then? If we get plus 10 by default for having them as starting them out as the women's champion, let's put it on Liv Morgan. Absolutely. We're gonna go with that. So now you can see we have an opener, 2 mids, and a main event. So you can kind of now see that we were missing out on a card option there for us. As also, I think, an extra promo as well, which is interesting. So we get 3 promos now. So, everything, we've all seen this before. So our journal, our commissioner goal, have at least 1 tables match this week. And if we fulfill it, we get a contract negotiation where we can add 2 weeks to a free agent or legends contract duration. While we're here then, let's also see who our free agents are that we can sign. So we could sign no one in this list. We can't sign anyone. That is really interesting. What about legends? There must be a woman legend here that we can sign. No. So at the moment, then, we can't sign a legend and we can't sign a free agent either. So they are both out of the equation. So we're just gonna make sure that all of these options, I think they are all ticked by default anyway. So main event of the show, one-on-one, we're gonna have Liv Morgan go one-on-one against Nia Jax, and we'll make that a tables match as well for the title. The first main event of the new season of Raw. Let's lock that in. That's a pretty strong opener there. Oh, well. So that is a pretty strong main event. Let's now sort out our opener. And for this one, I think I'm going to have Sasha Banks can go against Raquel Gonzalez. That'll be a good one. I think just keep that as a normal match. Then have our mid card. And for our mid cards, I'm going to have Kaylee Ray go against... I'm going to have you go against... Right, Kaylee Ray's a good guy. So that means it'll be Mandy that we go against. And we'll have that as... I think normal as well. Do we have enough for a tag? I think we do have enough for a tag. Tag team match then. We're going to have Bianca Belair and Toni Storm go up against Lacey Evans and Billie Kay. And that will be a Extreme Rules match. Title match? How can it be a title match? Women's tag champs, of course. Of course, women's... Yes, perfect then. So we've got two normal matches. And then we've got two matches that are not only like a special type of match, they're also for the titles. Oh, hell yeah. So, yeah, because... Yeah, that works out so well. That's going to work out so well. We're going to have Alexa Bliss go on doing a self-promo. We'll have a role change for Rhea. Yep. And then we're going to have some advertising, and we'll have Indy Hartwell as our advertiser. Perfect. Okay, I think that's an absolutely banging show. Sasha Banks, Raquel Gonzalez, Kaylee Ray, Mandy Rose, Bianca Belair, Toni Storm versus Billie Kay, Lacey Evans for the women's tag champs, and then Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax for the Raw women's title. The only thing that I'm now thinking, do I flip round? Do I have a title match at the start and a title match at the end? That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Let's do that then. Let's just flip these around. I think that makes more sense because it kind of spaces out the championship matches then as well. Yeah, that works out better. Extreme Rules match for the titles. Bang. Cool. I'm much happier now with that order. I'm hoping that pays off, because they're both title matches that should immediately give us some help. Now, what else can we do? We could raise the morale by plus 50. I don't think we need to do that just yet. 3 randomly selected superstars on the opposing brand cannot be booked. I think I want to play that now. Do I want to play that now? Let's see actually how we get on, and let's just see... Trains one of your emerging talent stars to become a permanent senior star. Yes, we're gonna buy that card. So what I'm hoping for is that when time goes on, we can start to kind of sign emerging talent, and then we can play that card. That should work out well. We're gonna confirm the booking. So this is our show, all just starting out on the basics. Let's advance. So what I also saw is that on Up, Up, Down, Down, what they were doing is they were simulating each portion of the card one at a time, rather than doing like a mass simulation. We're going to do it individually and see how things go. So, our opener, Bianca Belair, Toni Storm versus Billie Kay, Lacey Evans for the Raw Tag, in fact for the Women's Tag Championships this is. We're going to simulate who walks away with it. It's Bianca Belair and Toni Storm. 3-star match rating as well. That is a cracking start. Determining match rating. There are many things fans consider when rating your matches. Things like class and role matchups, match types, popularity, and more. You may not have received the rating you wanted, but try out a combination of different things and I know you'll get it down. That's a great start. That is a great start. Okay, so moving on then. If we continue, let's move on now to Alexa Bliss's self-promo. Excellent, and up 6 points, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Good job, Alexa. Then we have Kaylee Ray versus Mandy Rose. Kaylee Ray picks up the win. Let's go. 2 stars is fine. And that is now a start of a rivalry. It looks like these superstars are in a rivalry. Any future matchups have a chance of leveling up the rivalry, which results in better ratings. The max level of a rivalry is 4. Any rivalry of level 3 or 4 will conclude at a pay-per-view match with a quality bonus. Persisting with a level 4 rivalry outside of a pay-per-view can cause fans to lose interest. Fine, so that's good then. So we've got 1 rivalry so far. That's good. Let's do the role change. Good promo, and it switched her now to be a bad guy. So we've now got an even split between good and bad. Sasha Banks versus Raquel Gonzalez. And Raquel picks up the victory with a 2-star rating, but again, that's fine. Indy Hartwell now is doing some advertising, which went well. She's lost 3 points, but it's gained 6,000. So I don't quite know what's happened there, but we'll have a look at that. And now for the main event. Liv Morgan. They're both good guys. No. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Can Liv retain? Yeah. Well, I guess she didn't retain, but she's, that's secured now. She's was not only selected to be the champion, she's now... Yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. We're going to do this itty bitty as well. Itty bitty bits. Keith Lee versus Alexander. Keith Lee picks up the victory. 2-star matchup, and they've got a rivalry as well now. Bailey got it in a good promo and is up 2 points. Dana Brooke versus MyGM. These are ones to watch for, I think, because I think I want to sign MyGM, possibly Dana Brooke as well. There's a 2.5-star rating. That's interesting. Finn Balor self-promo, and promo effect is up 2 points. Mid-card, Dexter Lumis versus Jinder Mahal. And Dexter Lumis picks up the victory with a 2-star matchup. Tucker is going to have a bit of a self-promo, and he's up 2 points as well. And then Timothy Thatcher, Fandango versus Brock Lesnar and Danny Burch. And Timothy Thatcher and Fandango put on a 3.5-star matchup for the SmackDown Tag Championships. So, we had a better opener than SmackDown did, but SmackDown had a better main event than we did, which is interesting because we had... So did they have... So that's normal as well. They only had the 1 tables match. Whereas we had an Extreme Rules and we had a tables match. So we're going to continue now. And we've just found out as well that Liv has a really great feel for tables matches. Raw should take advantage of this. Plus 75,000 fans, plus 50,000 profit, all going really well. People like the fact that Rhea Ripley is a bad guy now. Kay Ray beats Mandy Rose and So Easy too. Great promo by Alexa Bliss tonight. Yeah, they don't know who to root for because they're both good guys. So we're going to change Nia, I think. We got our goal, but we are ranked 2. So I must have had a slightly better start than us. Yeah, only by about 2,000 fans though, so I'm not overly concerned by that. Yeah, that's okay. That's just about 2,000, isn't it? Okay, yep, that's perfect. That is fine. We've got a lot more money than they do as well, so you've got to take that into account. So we're now 3 weeks until WrestleMania Backlash. So we'll make this one a bit of a bumper episode, purely for the fact that this is a soft reboot of the series. If we get this commissioner goal, we can block an opposing brand from booking their most popular superstar in next week's show. Schedule a run-in on your most popular available star this week. Okay. That's actually fine because our most popular... Oh, it's interesting. So it's actually Bianca Belair. Interesting. Very, very interesting. At this stage as well, what I want to find out, can I sign anyone? We can sign Lana, we can sign Tegan Nox, we can sign Shotzi. And we can sign Andrea Cannons, who's an up-and-comer. Okay, I think we've got options here. I'm going to sign Andrea Cannons as an up-and-comer talent for 20k. Perfect. Yeah. And then that's all fine. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to role change Nia Jax. That should be okay. Save that in place. Cool, so now that we've got Nia Jax locked in, let's sort out this run-in. We're going to have, as the main event, a one-on-one between Bianca and Billie Kay. Now, Billie Kay was with... she with Lacey Evans just then? She was, wasn't she? Yeah. Cool, so Lacey Evans is going to run in on Bianca and make her life miserable. Yep, that's fine. The show opener, if we are resting or having Nia switch, it's not going to really matter who Liv Morgan goes up against, right? So it makes sense for us to have... Let's have Indy Hartwell, I think, in that matchup. We're not going to have her being a complete fighting champion because I want the storyline to be there. Unless we do make it. Let's make Liv a fighting champion. Scratch that. Let's make her a fighting champion. She's got an affinity for tables matches. Perfect. That actually works out really well as well because you're going to have Liv Morgan, who should hopefully beat Indy Hartwell. Role change with Nia, and then we'll go from there. Perfect. We are also going to have Kaylee Ray, Mandy Rose. Normal match. And I think that's my only rivalry at this stage. I'm going to block in a call-out. Who shall I have here then? I kind of want Andrea Cannons, but maybe that wouldn't work out well, would it? Okay, let's come back to that promo. Mid-card, we're going to have... let's put Sasha Banks, and we'll have a go against Andrea Cannons. And I think eventually I might turn that into a rivalry. That then leaves Let's do advertising. Let's do Alexa Bliss. Yep. And then we'll also have charity. And we'll have Tony Storm go and do that charity thing to get our slight boost in fans this week. So that's fine. So by next episode, we should be able to get Nia Jax to interfere with Liv. Do you know what? I'm going to change this. I'm going to double back. I don't want Liv to lose the championship at this stage. It would make more sense for Nia Jax to interfere on a title match. I think that would work out better. So we're booking out that arena. We're going to purchase this crew for our optional goal. Optional goal there, perfect. And we get optional goal. So we get all of the optional bonuses that we can. That's really good news. Okay, I'm flip-flopping way too much. I'm going to run with this. But we'll also ensure that we need to rest some of these women as well, just to make sure that we don't destroy their stamina. So let's confirm the booking. And let's see how we do. Liv Morgan, the Raw Women's Champion, against Indy Hartwell.
1, 2, 3.
And Liv Morgan picks up the victory there in a 2-star. There's now a rivalry there between Morgan and Hartwell. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We were trying to do Nia Jax, you know, but sure, that's fine. Kaylee Ray versus Mandy Rose.
2, 3.
Mandy Rose wins. 2.5-star matchup. Okay, not bad, not bad. Down 4, but 12,000 in cash. Sasha Banks versus Andrea Cannons. Sasha Banks wins. Does that start a rivalry? It does start a rivalry. That's pretty good. That's fine. Tony Storm with some charity. Good, and plus 5,000 fans. And then we've got Bianca Belair versus Billie Kay with a run-in from Lacey Evans. Bianca Belair still wins. But only a 2-star matchup. Which isn't that good, but we have some potential. Brock Lesnar versus Dexter Lumis. I think that's a championship match as well. 3.5 stars. Good lord. We really should have done a title match then. Weak promo. So that didn't go down very well. Birch Mahal, Thatcher, Fandango. Thatcher and Fandango won that with a 2.5-star rating. They get 5,000 as well, so they kind of counteract our 5,000. Bayley beats Becky Lynch. 3-star matchup. We get Tucker, who had a good promo and a +2 rating. And then Cedric Alexander versus Keith Lee, Hell in a Cell. They put out some bangers. They are blowing us out of the water. Yeah, they blew us right out of the water on that one. So I think we probably deserve... Yeah, okay. I think we deserve to be second on that occasion. But we do get our veto star. SmackDown plus 95,000. They are pulling away dramatically. Yeah, look at that. 30,000-ish. So... 2 weeks until... Okay, that's fine. Hey, Sonia, I just wanted to let you know that I plan on taking SmackDown to the top of the power ratings and staying there. I have the roster and show running capabilities to do it. I don't think Raw stands a chance. You really think you can contend with us when we have superstars like Brock Lesnar? Whatever. Just a note of caution, now that Evans has a stamina level below 40, she's vulnerable to becoming injured. We know that already. Superstars who are completely rested will recover 12 stamina points in a week. Those who got a promo will recover 6. That loser Evans attacked me during that last fight. I'm not going to stand for garbage like that. I would settle things in the ring with her in the next 3 weeks. We can do that. We can definitely accommodate that, no problem. Alright then, so I think we'll probably end the episode there. It's a bit more of a bumper episode, as I mentioned, because of our soft reboot. So... I think then we'll probably end the episode about here. But before we do, let's just see if we can sign any more free agents. Maya T. Kirk is around now. We can sign Reckoning. Okay. Legends. We can sign Trish, Beth Phoenix, and Mickey James now. So we get a lot more people to sign. So we can think about all of that in the next episode. But until then, I think I'm going to call things here. Thanks to all of you who have watched this. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit the like button down below. And don't forget to kind of subscribe for more content just like this. And I'll see you next time.